You know what? I haven't actually ever figured out why in the Valyrian Freehold submod all of the Valyrian characters are so terrible. I mean, look at these stats. They're just ugh. I mean, the base of some of these are great, but like why? Why? What's going on, Bear Pack? Welcome back to another episode here in the Valyrian Freehold submod. We are a new character today. Get ready for part one of, potentially, a multi-part set of episodes covering King Meleys of Dragonstone. Meleys Valyrian over here in Westeros. Now, as you can see, Valyria is still over here. This is actually a different bookmark in the Valyrian Freehold submod than what we have been playing. We've been typically playing the Before the Doom, which is the last bookmark in the series. I think this takes place about 200 years before that, in the founding of Dragonstone, right over here. And Dragonstone is not... Yes, it is, right here. Dragonstone has its own character now associated with it, as a vassal of House Valyrian, and I'm excited. This is a good start because obviously High Valyrian over in Westeros is something that's a little different, and of course this area doesn't really play as big of a role in the lore of Westeros until much later, when House Targaryen and specifically Aegon the Conqueror brings his dragons and goes ham on all of Westeros. But I will say, it is going to be fun for us to figure out exactly what we want to do here with this. Now, if you take a look, we don't have the dragons yet. I have to fire the event for the Archon over in Valyria in order for us to get our dragons. We do have the Valyrian Steel Sword right here that we're going to rename. That's going to be one of the first things that we do. And I want to kind of go over what our plan is, because last time we played as the Archon of Valyria, and we began to conquer Westeros, and we conquered Dorne and the Reach, and that was about all we were able to do at the time. What I want to do here is I don't want to give this up. I do want to continue the conquering mindset, but instead I want to conquer Essos on behalf of the Archon. And specifically, I want to conquer Braavos, because if you know about Braavos lore, it's kind of an offshoot of Valyrian slaves founded the city, the free city of Braavos, and they were former slaves in the mines of Valyria, and they traveled up north into Essos from Valyria, broke free from their masters, founded the free city, and actually founded the first set of faceless men. The faceless men kind of predates the founding of the city, but it's very integral to the founding of Braavos itself. So Braavos lore is really, really cool, but as a High Valyrian man of faith that King Meleys Valyrian is, it is important for us to reclaim those lost slaves. So basically, we're going to slave raid the crap out of Braavos, and hopefully get to the point where we conquer it back for Valyria itself, but enslave all the Braavos Sea people. That's the goal for this series, or this set of episodes. I hope you all enjoy that. If you have any suggestions, leave them down below in the comments. I love reading your comments. These last few videos have been just incredible in terms of engagement. Y'all have gone off the charts with how you've responded to the videos. I'm so excited to bring you content every day. Read your comments. They encourage me so much, and I love it. I love the Bear Pack. Y'all have done so much to just to make this channel something great in my mind and in the minds of those who are new coming in. We're right on the cusp of another milestone, and I'm just so thankful for it. I couldn't be more grateful. So this one's for you. Let's get started right now. So first and foremost, what we need to do is we need to choose a focus. And I think obviously the choice is war. We have enough children, and actually we have 3 sons and 2 daughters, so that's perfect because we're able to marry 2 of our daughters to our son, and then we're able to take the 3rd son and we're able to use him as an alliance. our son currently is 8 years old. Doesn't have fantastic stats at the moment, but we need to choose focuses and all that kind of stuff to be able to mold him and shape him into a good heir. We're 35 years old. Our wife is also 35. She's probably had her last kid, but we are prepared for what is ahead. So we're going to choose the war focus right now. Don't need seduction or anything like that at the moment. The war focus because we're going to be utilizing the slave raid concept. So here we go. We're going to choose an ambition, and we're actually going to choose the, let's see. Oh, let's choose to improve combat ability, because that'll give us the event to improve that. Become a better fighter for our dual skill modifier, and also to be able to use that sword that we have a little bit more effectively. So now we need to choose our childhood focus traits. Obviously, for our boys, we're going to choose struggle. Where is it? Right there. And then we have a daughter who is willful. That's pretty impressive. She can become ambitious, brave, authoritative, or stubborn. I think we're also going to give her the struggle focus because she will have a dragon, and there's potential that she could be a good commander too. There's no reason why she couldn't. We're going to restrict the marriage, and actually what we're going to do is we're going to arrange betrothal between her and Viserys the First. So there we go. That's going to go through. We have Prince Veyron right here, who we're also going to make a betrothal to Illyria right there. And then we have our third son, Prince Baelor. And he's also going to have the struggle focus, as is Prince Veyron. Struggle. The daughter right here, Illyria, we can actually give her something like thrift, and that will encourage her to become curious, which has, good outcomes. It really doesn't have any bad outcomes. Cynical would probably be the most most difficult one to overcome, simply because of the church opinion. But there's really nothing that goes against that. That boosts intrigue as well. And then fussy could end up with greedy, and that's not the greatest trait. But patient and paranoid are fine. So yeah, there we go. We're gonna give her thrift, and hopefully she maintains a high stewardship in her education, so that we can press forward with having her be something great and contribute to the kingdom, since she doesn't have any kind of stats and she's a newborn to begin with anyways. So now we need special titles designated, and I think the best thing that we can do right now is try to improve the opinion of our vassals, because look at that, nobody likes us. And the reason nobody likes us is because we're cruel and ruthless. So yeah, that's it's kind of compounding on a lot of these. Yeah, and then we have a lot of foreign religion zealous guys. So yeah, we have some High Valyrians in our court, but I'm not going to worry about them. I'm going to make sure all of these guys that are landed actually have some improved opinion of me. So designated regent, that's going to be a tough one, because I really don't know exactly who is going to be the best for it. We'll probably end up doing Aaron of Dragonstone, simply because he has the closest to neutral opinion of me. Keeper of the Swans, we can make that Raelor Bar Emin. Master of the Horse can be Aaron, Lord of Dragonstone. Master of the Hunt can be Viserys Sunglass, who actually is not Valyrian. He's a Stormlander. That's interesting. High Almoner can be Larian, Lord of Crackclaw Isle. Cupbearer can be... Wow, I don't trust any of these guys. Court Tutor is going to be Viserys right here. Has a high learning, King's Justice. I don't know if any of these guys are going to be culled, if they're going to just be killed because they are High Valyrian or not. In any case, I'm going to choose this guy to be our King's Justice. We have our commanders, but I'm going to have them auto-assigned just for the sake of continuity and not having to worry about it. Oversee Realm for our Hand of the King. We're going to seek to improve diplomatic relations. This is going to be important because we're going to have no choice going forward other than to improve the opinions of our vassals, so we have men to supply for this war. We need to have our Master at Arms, our Chief General. Actually, what we need to do right now is we need to find characters, search all. We're going to actually just choose I think we can choose men or women. That's fine. Not in prison. Doesn't matter if they're married, but they can't be a ruler. They need to be in diplomatic range, and they need to be willing to join our court. Wow, that is a very short list. There's a very short list, and there are not any formidable fighters on that list. Wow, that's crazy. Okay, well maybe we can get a formidable fighter to come up from like a slave camp or something, and work on that. My goal was to maybe get a formidable fighter to, you know, come up from somewhere else to be our master at arms. But we can have our chief general right here train children in Driftmark. And then what we need to do is have our master of coin collect taxes. Our master of whispers. Let's have him go sabotage the province up in Braavos. Let's have them make it really difficult on them. And then our Stormsinger is going to perform charity. We need to get a court physician, but I think we have to recruit one. Oh, look, we can get a maester. That's cool. That's something that you couldn't get over in Valyria proper. Is you have to recruit a court physician, but us being near Westeros, I guess we get a maester. That's interesting. Okay, so enter the slave trade. We need to focus on business in order to enter the slave trade. Currently, we aren't a republic. We have 2 castles right here. We need to maybe award one to somebody else. We can choose a syncretic faith alongside of the Valyrian faith, and we could do that with like Faith of the Seven, since all of our surrounding people that aren't Valyrian faith will be Faith of the Seven. Let me think about doing that. I don't think we need to take out a loan or anything like that. We do need to fire the event for the Archon in order for us to have a dragon. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And I'll let you guys watch, because if you haven't seen how to do it and you have this submod, and you're wondering how in the world do you get dragons, you look up character info and you see the Archon's ID. You need to fire event Valyria .999. And then you need to fire it for the ID 10006013. And that just depends on who the Archon is. You need to look that up. This is just the specific guy for this bookmark. So it's going to change, obviously, if you're in another bookmark. There you go. So he got the event, and we're actually going to turn off character info, because we don't want that to be kind of distracting the whole time. So Dragon Rider trait has gone off. We don't have it yet, but I think once we press play we will, maybe? I don't know why we wouldn't. There we go, we are off to the races. Council's in discontent, or our liege's council is in discontent. And we still don't have a dragon, but we are a slave owner, so that helps. I don't know why we don't have a dragon, though. I don't like that. I wonder if there are any wild dragons. Let's see. And if there are not right now, there will be very soon. There are not. Okay. So we're going to have to tame a dragon. That's just going to have to be the way that it is. We're going to have to tame one, and we're going to have to figure out exactly what we're going to do with it. So that's where we're at right now with our current location. Ooh, what happened here? God's Fort. King John II of House Teague. Oh, House Teague is in the Trident. I forgot about that. So House Teague is still there. They actually took over Old Stones from House Mud and turned Old Stones into a ruin. And House Teague rules from the God's Fort. Right there. The next bookmark in this, after this founding of Dragonstone, is actually the fall of House Teague, which is cool. Which is really cool. So yeah, they've actually been ruling for quite a while, according to the lineage. King Torrance of the Trident. Formidable fighter. Nice. Okay, so enough about that. We are going to press forward, wait for our physician to come in, and figure out a way to... yeah, we're able to slave raid Braavos, but we gotta really boost up our men, because they have 12,000, and we're currently sitting pretty at 7,000 without a dragon. So we need a dragon. That's going to be the step number 1. in order to accomplish this outrageous goal. Okay, so I'm in this event chain, and I just have to share it with you because honestly, it's a hilarious combination of racist and useful. So, you take a boat trip with your old warrior teacher, who, FYI, I found drunk underneath the table and paid his bar tab, on a nearby lake. As he fishes, you stand up in the boat and practice the moves he has taught you. When am I going to learn how to punch, you ask. The man rocks the boat and you lose your footing, falling into the water. You resurface to his roaring laughter. Learn how to punch after you learn to keep dry. You are wet behind ear. You see what I mean? It's just... It's moderately racist. Hilarious, don't get me wrong, but it's moderately racist. And look, I can't even... A 50% chance, and I'm still a poor fighter. Like, I think he's just a bad teacher. Okay, here we go. As dusk falls, after an intense day of sparring, you watch the setting sun from the castle ramparts together with your warrior mentor. I teach you many things, Melee-san, your mentor says, but most important lesson in fight is no get hit. The next morning, your training concluded. The old warrior has departed your castle. No one saw him leave. Okay, cool. I gained the trait trained fighter. So I had a chance to, like, gain formidable. Like, I know that because there was 3 sets of events where I could have improved 50%, I could have improved 50%, but the RNG gods were not in my favor in that moment. So now I need to pick a new ambition because, I mean, God only knows why. I can choose to tame a dragon, which is obviously on our list of things to do. Yeah, let's do that. Tame a dragon. That's supposed to happen soon. So trained fighter helps. Improves our dual skill estimate to 8. So I actually feel confident, like, actually fighting in a duel now. And then it'll only improve as we, fight in wars and that kind of thing. This I can't stand right here. How many men am I able to raise up from this? Oh, wow. Over 6,000. That's fantastic. If I do that, I mean, overwhelmingly, number-wise, it'll be... Let's see if I can raise them up outside. No, I can't. Okay. How many can I raise up from Dragonstone? 360? Good lord. It's annoying these guys are right here. They're going to continue to siege, even though there's no chance they'll win. But I worry about raising up my levies and having them, half morale, and not being able to choose who I have as my commanders. Let's do it. Oh, cool, they're not half morale. That helps. Okay. Through staged war games and large-scale exercises, I feel confident I can master one of the many military disciplines. Lightfoot, heavy infantry, or cavalry. Let's see. I seek another area of expertise, but I don't know that it's going to give me another opportunity. Let's choose cavalry for right now. Oh, that was surprisingly effective. Okay, disband this unit. Alright, so we're going to press forward. I'm still waiting on wild dragons to be a thing. I haven't seen anybody who has had issues with their dragon yet. Oh, there is a wild dragon located in Oros. Morgul. Oros. Okay, so that's where we're going. I'm gonna get on a boat. We're gonna head over to Oros. We're gonna attempt to tame the dragon. All right, so we're going to let's raise up. I mean, we can just raise up a small little army. It doesn't have to be like split in half. Cool. We'll disband that. We'll have the 500 men. I'll be in the lead, and then we'll just leave the other guys there. Let's embark the army. Don't need that many ships, but it is what it is there. Okay. Where is Oros again? It's right there. Let's have us go to the Bay of Volantis. The Gulf of Volantis, I'm sorry. Cool, my Justicar is doing his job. It's always nice when you're when your guys do the things that they're supposed to do. Really, you're mad that... Oh, God. People, man. Everything would be so much better if people just, like, didn't suck, you know? Y'all know what I'm talking about. Awesome. Student of strategy. I love it. I love it. Okay, here we go. This could totally come back and bite me in the face. Like, literally. Oh, he has to call for dragon riders. Really? We're just going to give him a little bit of a hand here. What? Seriously? There's no option to call for dragon riders? Well, that sucks. Okay, so I'm going to change back to... Oh, well... That sucks. Press the wrong thing. Still can't call for dragon riders, so it doesn't matter. There we go. Alright, everything is back to normal. Except he, like, already disbanded the units. It's funny. Okay, so I guess I have to wait until he's calling on dragon riders to go get the wild dragon. Forgot about that mechanic. I need to turn off character info, because that gets annoying after a while. There we go. Untamed dragons. So this is a young dragon that hasn't been tamed yet. And then these guys own dragon eggs. So, okay, I have to figure out a way to coerce my way to having a dragon somehow, some way. I'll figure it out. Okay, here we go. We are going to face the dragon. Right there. This is a good dragon right here. It has a very low chance of, or not a very low, but a lower chance of being tamed. But we have all of the makings of a good, dragon rider. High Valyrian faith, authoritative, a traditionally dragon rider house. I think we should be able to do it. I think. Here we go. You have scoured the area in search of Egros, and now you have finally cornered the beast. How shall I deal with him? You're mine. I have successfully tamed Egros. Fantastic. That's amazing. Okay, so now we're going to go back to our boat, and we're going to begin the process of slave raiding the crap out of Braavos. Okay, so the time has come for us to select a new ambition, and we have a lot of our dreams already met. Dragon Rider only gives 4 martial now? I don't know why I didn't notice that before. It used to give 10. Alright, so let's choose to adopt the lifestyle. Have a hobby to pursue. I think that's kind of an important thing. We've actually turned Lord Paramount Melees into a pretty good character. Charismatic negotiator, it's not a commander trait, but to have 19 martial, in spite of not having a commander trait, is pretty good. Trained fighter, And then, you know, the Dragon Rider obviously is what we've added. So all in all, a pretty decent character for, you know, not really having anything. Our heir, though, our heir is slated to be something good. If we can get some decent fighter traits, for sure. Let's see. Let's actually assign Guardian to... this guy's a trained fighter. Here, this guy's a trained fighter right here. Let's have him be the Guardian. He's also he's also my Master at Arms, so that'll work. And I can also force him to train, but it's a very low chance of success, so I'm not going to do that. Okay, let's begin making preparations for our invasion, our slave raid of Braavos.
Honey, give me